The ape is officially listed on HotBit. Congratulations. We'll go over these latest news and updates, talk about CMC listing, and do some price prediction and technical analysis on the ape that continues to be a money bag alert. Welcome back. Moneybags Rico, bringing financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said out the way, now I want us to go over some updates, and I'm also going to call on you guys to come over here and engage. We need more than 100 likes, more than 100 retweets, and I'm going to tell you why right now. HotBit News has 517,000 followers. This is exactly where we're supposed to engage and show our support to the team as a community. So I need you guys to pull up over here. We got some likes with 42 likes. 24 retweets, but this main one right here, I want to see more comments. I want to see this with 100 likes and 100 retweets. So I'm calling on you apes to tap in. And this is why. This I got from the Telegram. HotBit just gave us the big update on marketing. They are now in the workings on the articles that are going to be published over 15 of the most important websites and press within the next 5 days. That is a money bag alert. Okay. So I want us to also push on our side as a community, get these likes up, get these retweets, because the team already paid for the biggest marketing push from HotBit that you can get. So we need to push on that as a community. Now, moving forward with that, and that being said, come over to the official Twitter page. Give the ape a follow. I like that I'm seeing these numbers grow. When I first did a video, I only had 200. I want to see a lot more. Make sure that bell notification is lit. Make sure that you're following the ape if you are interested. And another thing, once again, this is our home page. Big shout out to Hodge again. Big shout out to Max holding it down. Some of these community members keep tapping in. Jerry is another one I keep seeing, but I want to see more likes and retweets. This is our home page on Twitter. So I know there's more apes than this inside our Telegram because I'm constantly in there. So let's get this also up and show the support on the official Twitter page where people are going to tap in and check in maybe before they do a purchase, right? Not financial advice, but I think it's just a smart way to go about things. Now let's get to the CMC listings. This is something that's big. Obviously the community wanted this. I want you guys to head over to cryptocurrencies, hit recently added, and the first thing you're going to see is the ape. I want you guys to put a star on the ape. This goes a long way with the algorithms, and notice that we're top 3 on recently added cryptocurrency. This is more bullish news. So we got HotBit, we got CMC listing. Not only are we listed on CMC, but we're one of the top tokens up there. So that to me is very bullish news. Moving over to CMC listing, before we get to these prices, I want you guys to come over here and leave some comments right here. This goes a very long way when it comes to the algorithms and how the algorithms work, right? Now we'll get to the prices in just a bit. I want you guys to also scroll down and hit good right here. These things go a very long way. If you see some negative comments, don't even engage with them. The best way you can combat a negative comment is by just leaving a positive one. Do not try to convince anybody's mind or change their mind. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Just go ahead and leave some bullish comments. That's the best way to attack the FUD, if you want to call it that, right? Now, let's head over to these charts. And these charts, are looking good to me. We had some breakouts today, 2 massive breakouts that we're going to talk about. But one thing that I want us to notice is that we are still holding strong, and now we made a new floor, holding still above that 400K market cap. Most people wouldn't drop a video right now, but I want you guys to start to load up your bags. If you guys think this is a hot play, of course, I got to say not financial advice, but if we start to notice, we are marching right along that same support line. One second. That same support line that we were before, right? Let's go ahead and blow this chart up and get a little bit zoomed in on it so I can show you guys. We'll also bust out the Fibonacci sequence again, because you guys will be able to see what happens when we break through that Fibonacci sequence and see that we kind of hold that power in our hands to create, well-needed FOMO, well-needed hype. There's nothing wrong with that. But we do notice that there is a significant floor where we're holding constantly right above this. And the way that we can tell is the minute we start to layer the chart, right? This is on the 1 hour time frame. We see all these arrows that's holding right here. Let's go ahead down to the 30 minute, right? We see the 30 minute. Now we're starting to notice these candles to kind of step to the right. And we also start to notice that the selling pressure is dying down by the lighter red candles instead of the dark red candles, right? Now let's go ahead and layer the chart one more time. And I'll get to the Fibonacci sequence in a second and show you how these things kind of work out and how these psychological barriers are important. But once again, now we're starting to see that step to the right. So almost respecting that support that we constantly see. Yes, we might wick underneath it. This is crypto. This is a DeFi space. So these lines are not always going to be perfect. The wicks might act a little bit differently. And also depending on what candles you got set, depending if they're the Heiken Ashi or the regular candles. But nevertheless, give or take, we're within this support and resistance. This is called a range trading. We're within a range trade right now. These are the breakouts that we had earlier. But as we continue to start to layer this chart, we're starting to see that we respected that support on the higher time frames, and now we're stepping to the right. And we're already known that after we do that, of course, we pump back up. And now we're starting to pump up a lot higher, right? We're going to keep layering this chart. I want to go all the way down because I want to see what's going on. And we can see that we respected the support, which we've already identified by all the other up arrows, right? The green ones. And that right now we respected it once again when we pulled back, just in case you were nervous. And now we're seeing the price pump back up. And this helps me, of course, be able to identify which way the trend is going. And there's some famous terms that'll help you go a long way in this trading space. And the trend is your friend. Always trading with the trend is going to be your friend. Of course, let's continue to check this out. We see that support is respected and we see the trend flipping over again. Now let's go back to the 1 hour chart and do this Fibonacci sequence really quick. And then we'll see what's going on, right? So this Fibonacci, how this breakout happened. So we're going to go all the way to the wick. We're going to bring this down to the 0 point right here, right? But I'm going to use this dotted line. You see this dotted line coming on diagonally to help me identify this breakout, right? This breakout that happened right here when we were, 1 second. So it looked like this. This is when that breakout happened. If you notice this dotted line diagonally, this is what kind of made that bull flag for us. And if you notice, we broke past that 50, but that 61.8 is holding us back. The minute we break to 61.8 and kind of hold above it like we could have right here, we're going to go towards all-time highs. Obviously, you know, in the Telegram, we're saying 1 million cap is FUD. And I think that this project's going to go a lot further with just how much they've done this early, being listed on HotBit, you know, the kind of community that's growing. Got to give a big shout out to Sir Piff holding it down in the Telegram and keeping us lit. We got this right here, this bullish indication that we finally broke out of this trend. We're breaking back up. And I think that we're going to go test this again. And the only reason I'm saying that, you know, do your own research, not financial advice, is when we layer this chart, we start to see that happen. Let's get this out the way, the Fibonacci sequence. But you'll notice that this dotted line, every time we tap that 61.8, we pushed against it, right? It pushed us back down. Same thing with this dotted line right here. This was the trend that we were in. When we finally broke out of that trend, that dotted line, that's what sent the price back up. And I believe we're going to be doing that again, especially we notice that it pumps at, you know, at night and sometimes late night and sometimes in the morning. So there's almost like this downtrend in the afternoon, maybe while people are at work or whatnot like that. But now that this late night is starting to happen, I start to notice that the ape starts to pump and maybe, you know, all these apes start to load in and they're done doing their daily stuff and, you know, going to pump these prices back up. But like I said, if we go ahead and layer this chart one more time before I get out of here, we can see that we're starting to pump right back up. So go ahead and load some comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's going to be a lot more of the ape videos as we continue to push this marketing, and doing some AMAs and some Twitter spaces are along the way as well. Continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.